Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome dear students to another tutorial on Adobe Premiere Pro CC. This is the second tutorial on the series editing and mixing audio in Premiere. So in this tutorial we're going to focus on how to change the audio volume. So I'm going to select one of the audio files that I have. Let's pick this one. This is the same one that we started or that we worked with last video, and I'm gonna create a new sequence. I will double click to extend, and then let's just make it a little bit bigger so we can see. Obviously this video is a stereo video that we have left and right channels, and when you go to the effects control from here, or you can just click, you see you have two channels. So now the first thing, the first way to change the audio volume is from the effects control panel, where you change the volume. You see this is the 0, which is the maximum dB. I can increase it to -12, and you're gonna notice the result here. So let me just make it 0 and move. I'm gonna just move through the highest area, and I'm gonna play. See, look at the meters, they are reaching zeros. So now when I decrease it to let's say 20, okay, sorry, I should change it here because by default it's going to be keyframed. I'm gonna turn it off, so I'm gonna make it -20 this time, okay, and watch this again. I'm gonna go all the way to this area here where I played before. You see now the volume of the audio is quieter. Okay, when I undo, see the difference? Okay. So this is the first way to change the audio volume. Of course, if you have a stereo audio, you can change each channel differently. So I'm gonna change this, the right one, and make it -30 something. Anyway, let me go back to the beginning and make it also -30, so I don't need to keyframe anything here. Okay, so you see when we play, you notice I'm gonna just play a little bit, and then I'm not gonna speak. I'm not gonna do the same mistake that I did in the first video when I speak and the music is playing with me. You're gonna see this level is way lower than the left level. Check it out. Okay, so this is the how to change the audio volume using the volume control from the effects panel, effects control panel. The second way is to change the audio volume is when you right click and select the audio gain. Basically the audio gain is not like, it doesn't work like the audio volume. To make things very simple, volume adjustments apply to all audio quality, to all audio, let's say, parts equally, not quality. Very similar to what you used to use in image when you apply brightness and contrast effect. This adjustment is going to apply to all audio clip equally. Now what if you want this adjustment not to be applied equally, in which the louder volume is going to be changed differently than the quieter volume? This is where gain comes to be useful. So the gain is a logarithmic scale that adjusts the audio, as I said, not equally. Something similar to the levels adjustment in image, where it adjusts brighter area different than darker area. Okay, so you can set the gain by a specific value, okay, and you can adjust the gain by a scale. So when you set the gain a specific value, you're gonna tell Premiere that I want this to be -20. Okay, so it's gonna be -20 all of it. You see, it's now again we don't want to create any keyframes here, so I'm gonna right click and audio gain from the beginning and say -20, and this is going to be the audio volume. When you play, see, it's not gonna exceed -20. Maybe too extreme to be -20, so I'm gonna make it -10, for example. or minus 12, so it will not exceed the 12. So this is when you set the gain by a value. If you adjust the gain by, you are incrementing or decrementing the audio that you have. So I'm gonna go and undo everything, and then I'm gonna go undo to the gain again, and I'm gonna say minus 12. And this is what is going to do. Let me show you now. Sorry, again I need to go to audio gain and make it minus 10. If I went here again and said minus 10, it's gonna remain minus 10. But if I come here and say minus 10, you see it's gonna make it minus 20. Okay, so it's an incremental or decremental value. I decremented it basically, because when you increase the negative you are decrementing it. Okay, so the set is an incremental decremental thing. The adjust, sorry, and set gain is a specific value that you add. So now you have, let me stop. You have two other options, and basically here, which is called normalize max or all peaks. So normalization is similar to gain, but it works in a little bit different way. Gain, you change the volume of the audio based on your subjective measurement, while in normalization, Premiere automatically analyzes the audio clip and adjusts the volume based on the max peak of your clip or clips, which is very important to remember, clips, or based on all peaks in all clips. This is very useful. Normalization is, as I said, when you work with multiple clips, because it can be used to match their peak to a perceived or to a predetermined volume that you like. Okay, you set the volume and all the clips that you're selecting, not one clip like now, it's going to be applied. Okay, right now you might not feel the difference, especially if you have one clip, but remember that normalization is going to analyze it automatically, not based on what you think is good or bad. Okay, so normalization is a little bit better than gain, and gain is a way better than adjusting volume. Anyway, it always depends on your project needs, the scenario, and whatever you want to do. Thank you very much. Have a nice day, and see you in other tutorials.